everybody, it's your lovely Lotus Blossom Lizzie, and I'm going to be doing a bit of a junk journaling today. And so, because I'm not sure, from what I'm seeing, it looks like everything has stopped. I'm just going to wait a couple of seconds because we have a bit of a delay on here. Let's see if it comes back out. Buffering, and I refreshed. Okay. Looks like it's coming back up for me also. I think the buffering actually is on my end, Vanessa, and not yours. I'm debating whether I should keep this going or restart again. It looks like it might be okay right now. We're going to keep our fingers crossed, and hopefully everything will be okay. So, hello, Tamika. I don't know if I said hey to you or not. Thanks for joining me on here. And so, again, I'm going to do some junk journaling. And before we get started, I wanted to show you all something that I've been working on. Thanks, Louise, and hello. I hope you all are in a warm spot. I know some of you are not, and it's kind of cold. Well, it was kind of cold here too. It was like in the 30s, and then the temperature got better as the day went on. But now it's kind of cold again. Actually, my hands are kind of cold. But let me just show you real quick, so because I haven't been on for a while. I've been working on doing some mugs. So, if you've been watching my the videos, that at the end I always say the same thing. I always say love, peace, and hair grease from your sweet Lotus Blossom and lovable Lizzie. Have a fantabulous day and enjoy life. So I wanted to kind of commemorate that on some mugs that other people can enjoy, and just kind of, in the morning, it's kind of a motivational and refreshing thing to see when you're having your cup of coffee or tea or warm water and lemon or whatever you do. So this is what the mugs look like. So this is the first one, and it says love and peace, and on the back it says and hair grease, and you can see it's a little lady with the afro. Let me see if I can bring it closer so you can see. So we got love, peace, and hair grease. And let me show you the other one, and this one is have a fantabulous day and enjoy life. And I have my little icon there on the side there. I love these mugs. They came out so, if you saw these in person, you would be like, these are the bomb diggity. So these are actually up in the shop, and the shop link is down below. It's pleasantcreations.com. But I love these. I can't wait to start using those. So I just wanted to show you all this. So let's see. Hey, Rachel and Katna. Katna says, Happy New Year. How do you use fabrics when covering junk journals? Oh, well, this wasn't a Q&A, but I can answer that question. Actually, I've kind of been developing some techniques to cover up the junk journals with fabrics, and I'll show you one here. But it's mostly just glue, actually, and you just have to be like really careful. But this junk journal is already up in the shop here, and it's actually a faith journal, and it has fabric. I just happen to have it on my desk because I was putting some more goodies on the inside. But this is what it looks like. So that's fabric on this journal, and again, like, it's hard to really show you how beautiful it looks on camera and have it on the front and the back. But with this one, let me just take this to the cloud, and then you'll be able to see it just a little bit better. And let's go here. All right, let me move my junk journal out the way. And I know this is kind of ratty. It's time for me to change this, actually. It's just wax paper, but so this is what it looks like with the fabric on here. And see the fabric on the back. And what I did was I glued this on to, what did I have this one with? I think I used I'm trying to think of what it's called, but it's kind of like a cardboard type of product. I used it. You could use any type of cardboard, and you can just glue the fabric onto the cardboard. And then I actually sewed it on, which is not always necessary. You don't always have to sew things on. So basically that's what I did. Now another technique that I've just learned, and I actually learned this from Marianne Wilson. She has a channel, and I think it's called Something Crafty. So chipboard. Thank you, Vanessa. Vanessa, you're always so helpful. But it's chipboard that I use. But Marianne Wilson, I think her channel is Say Something Crafty. I love her channel, and I learned a lot from her. You can look and see how she covers hers also. But I learned to start making what's called like a book fabric, basically. And it's kind of like an interfacing that goes on the back. It's a heavy interfacing that goes on the back of the fabric, and that way it makes it easier to work with. So that's another way that you can use the fabrics. And of course, I use it on the inside of my books as well. Now, this one doesn't have any fabric in it, and this one's a new one, and it will be going up probably by tomorrow into the shop. And I'm going to do a flip through on this, so be on the lookout for a flip through coming out on this one. And I'm just going to give you like this one doesn't have fabric on it. It's actually a different, I painstakingly took some coffee dye paper and ripped it up and decoupaged it on here, so it has like a really nice sturdy cover on here. And then I put like a little hole there. So like I said, I'm not going to go through this book right here, but it's fully dressed in. I love it, but it's easy to do the fabrics. Once you put the fabrics in, also you can see this is fabric right here also. Then I would put like a covering here, like some heavy cardstock or whatever you want to put, because some of my books I actually decoupage the inside also. But anyway, so let's get to the junk journaling part. I hope that answers your question, Miss Walker. So, okay. So we're going to be working in the normal book here, and I know I'm going to have to be switching this book out soon. And I have lots of writing that I have to do in here. And I'm not going to like flip through it because you all have already seen it. And I kind of picked out a page that I'm going to do today. And I wasn't sure what I was going to do. I might do a little bit of mixed media in here, because I like mixing the mixed media and the journaling part in here. So usually I'll go through, I'll add stuff in, and I might do a little bit of mixed media or paint, or just glue some stuff in and just keep it rolling. So I think the page that I'm going to use, I think on the last one I did this, it was a Junior Mints box, and I made it into a journaling card, and you can see I did some journaling on the back of that. Very cool. So that's a great way to add some extra journaling space in. So I'm going to do some things to this paper right here, and I took out so much stuff. I took out my drawer. I have a drawer here. Move my mugs out the way. I have a drawer that I kind of just stick things in, and so I'm gonna go through the drawer and try to find a few things. I went through already, and I just put some stuff on top, but I'm just gonna kind of show you. When I find things, I just dump them into this drawer, and I promise myself when this drawer gets full that I'm not gonna put anything else in, because you know, crafting hoarders can just keep going on forever with that. But I got this off of a Smashbook packaging, I think. Isn't that pretty? I just cut it out, so I'm probably going to use that today, maybe. And I have like a ticket here. I have well, they're not up in the shop yet, but they will be. Some tickets up in the shop. I got this out of a magazine, because I always say magazines are like the best source of finding things to put into your junk journal if you don't have anything. And so like my daughter, she got some flowers for her birthday, and I told her, before you throw the flowers away, take some of the petals out and put it in your junk journal. So, you know, that's something you could do. And I think I might use this tag here. And then this was a card that me and my family, we always go to the movies. And so this was a card that we got from the movies. It was like a free promotional thing. And so I might maybe, because I do have something to write about this. So And it has some pictures in here that I printed out. You can see I have like some brochures just to show you. I got this little butterfly from the dollar store, so maybe I'll use that. So let's keep on looking through here. What's in here? Did I stick anything? No. That's an envelope. I'm not ready to use that yet. I have like something from a children's book here I could use. And I don't think I might use that. My inclination is to save it. Because I want to save everything. But, you know, you can't save everything. And I don't think I'm going to use anything else in here. What's inside? What's inside of here? Let's see. It's okay, Vanessa. We have some journaling cards, so maybe I'll use some of the journaling cards. I'm just going to take that stuff out. And then have more stuff here. See, I have lots of junk, lots of junk, lots of junk. All right, let's move this out the way. And I also have, I think I'm going to do a little bit of collaging in here. So I pulled out another basket that I have that has some junk journaling stuff. Let's see, here's a magazine that I got from the library. So you can use, if you like pets, you can use the pictures that are on the front if you had this. Let's see, I think, let's get these scissors out. I might use these flowers. See the flowers here? I don't even try to put too much thought into it because when you do that, it just slows you down. I even like this picture right here. The only thing is, like, this part is over the scissors part, so I don't know if I would want to use that. And let's see. But there's still tons of things in here that I think I could use. That would be nice. I would like to find something that had like a lot of colors. You know what? I had something earlier. What was it? I don't remember. Was it in here? Y'all have to bear with me. Oh, this is what it was. Let's put this away. I know what I'm going to use. This is an old, what's from 2017. It's a calendar. So I'm going to use some of the pictures that are in here. So I'm going to use this one because it's kind of winter-esque, even though I know you guys can, some of you can look out of your windows and it's winter-esque where you're at. Okay, so now I'm going to put this on this page, and what my intention was to kind of break things up. You know what? Even though it has winter in it, I like these flowers. Maybe somehow I can incorporate the flowers on here because it has like this purplish flower. I don't know. What other kind of stuff could I put on here? That would be pretty on here if I left the page whole the way it is. But I think that's not really what I wanted to. You know what I'm going to do? This is my process, y'all. I just start pulling things out. And I got my decoupage here, so I'm going to decoupage some stuff onto this page. Actually, I think I'm going to use one of my art journaling pages because it's kind of thickerer. So let's see here. Oh, yeah. Let me get some clips just to kind of clip this down and out of the way. So you can see, I got these clips, I believe, at Five Below, and they are most helpful. And let's see, got one more thing to get you all. So as you can see, I wasn't totally prepared for this. Hold your horses, people. Oh, here we go. I have another place because you know it's important to cover your surfaces if you don't want them to get all nasty and gooky with all kinds of stuff. All right. So let's open up. I'm using this decoupage glue sealer, and this is a matte finish, and I've talked about this before too. I like the matte finish, so we're going to use that. So let's open it up. stuck down. Okay. And it's always good to have maybe like a wet rag when you're working like with paints and stuff like that. I was going to do painting, but then she changed her mind. So I got this brush here, which is not the best brush, but it's good for gluing. And let's see. And I'm going to do this kind of in a, like I said, like a collage type of way. So I don't know how this is going to come out. This might be a hit or miss, people. It could be a hit or miss. So I'm just going to start ripping some stuff out and putting it in any old kinds of way. Because that's how she rolls. That's how she rolls. Unplugged. So how are you all New Year starting? How's everything starting out for you guys? It's fantastic for me. We had a birthday in the family, so today we went out to Red Lobster, and I always get the same thing when I go to Red Lobster because I don't really eat. I'm not a seafood type of person, but I do like fish. So I always get their fish tacos, and their fish tacos are the bomb. Now, for the new year, though, I will say that I don't really do like New Year's resolutions. I don't know about you all, but I find that that's just not an effective use of my goal setting, is to do New Year's resolutions. But I was watching this show on TV. It's called On Sunday Morning. It's a news show, and I've actually been watching that since I was a kid. If you can believe it, I always enjoyed it, even though it's a news show. And they were talking about New Year's resolutions, and they were talking about the meaning of New Year's resolutions, and maybe people should think of it in a different way and put, like, if you wrote it down, you would write it as re-solutions. So it's a way where you have solutions to the things that you do, and you're just thinking differently about the way that you do it. So sometimes it's not always about coming up with something totally new for your goals. Sometimes it's about just kind of recommitting to the things that you know that are important to you, if that makes sense to you. So I'm going to use some of this paper because it's a little bit lighter. So like I said, I don't know where this page is going to go. I'm just going to let it take me. I was actually kind of tired when I started this. When I decided to come on, but I said, I'm just going to come on anyway because I could procrastinate with the best of them. And one resolution I had is to stop procrastinating and just get things done. Especially as a business owner, I watch people and it seems like they pivot so quickly when it's time to do things, and I feel like I don't do that, and I'm not fast on my feet when it comes to that. So I want to try to be faster on my feet when it comes to my business. And sometimes I'll have products like that mug. I just got the mugs in, but sometimes I'll have things like that, and they'll be sitting waiting for pictures or whatnot, and waiting for me to list it. And that's kind of like, that's money on the table when the baby's got to eat, right? So I have to learn to be a little bit quicker about the things that I do. And I guess that means like prioritizing things a bit better. Definitely, for sure. Because I could be the great procrastinator. So I woke up this morning, it was like 30 degrees outside. That's pretty cold for me, even though I'm originally from up north, but I don't like being in the cold. I don't know about you guys. And Vanessa said they were about to get a snowstorm up there. So I'm just going to continue to put these down. You can see I'm just putting things down kind of randomly. I hope I'm still make sure I'm in frame here. And actually, I like the way this picture looks so far. I like it. And at first, I didn't want to really tear this page up, but I think you all kind of guessed that. But I like the way it's coming out though. Oh, you got the Storm Vanessa, but you still got power, so that's important. You still got the power. Make sure you're safe. I remember the snowstorm days for sure. And the snow days, we got to stay at home. And I was just talking to my mother about that today. I remember we used to go outside and play for like 5 minutes because the snow, it always looked good when you're looking at it through the window. It's very beautiful and everything. But when you have to go out and be in it, oh my goodness. And I used to have to catch like the city bus where I went because my mom was like, she had a car and everything, but she was like, I'm not toting you guys around. Y'all want to go someplace. You got to get on the bus. And I remember standing on the bus stop sometimes for over an hour on the weekends because the buses were slow where I lived at, and just freezing my tuchus off waiting on the bus to go someplace. So believe me, she knows about the cold. She does. And it ain't no fun, I have to say. So I know the feeling. I remember there was a blizzard in 1976. There was a blizzard in my area. I remember that specifically. Yes, you are on live, Architect. You made it on live with me today. If y'all have any questions for me while I'm doing this, because it is kind of a tedious process, so I'm sorry about that, but that's the junk journaling process. It just takes a little bit of time, and I like coming on live and doing it in real time, so you can see it's very easy to do. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't take a lot of thought to do this. And somebody asked me, like, what is junk journaling? And my definition of junk journaling is basically, it's like a combination of things. It's a combination of journaling and junk journaling, and for me, mixed media, because you can see this is more like a mixed media project that we're doing. Ooh, I have an idea. I have an idea too while I'm talking about that. So I like the collaginess of this. And then after I get all these little panels down, which I'm almost done actually. Thank you all for bearing with me. Again, you can ask me any questions that you have. I just been working kind of feverishly on my shop because I just started. Actually, I had my Etsy shop since 2013. So if you look on there, it's going to say that it's been open since 2013, but it's been pretty much tumbleweed on there. I haven't really done anything because I wasn't really sure what direction I wanted to go with my shop. And so finally I decided that I was going to do or provide and share journals and journaling supplies. So I started doing that. Yeah, gesso serves as a good glue too. However, gesso is expensive, Architect. So I like using the gesso specifically if I'm doing like a paint project, because like I said, it costs so much as opposed to like the decoupage. The only thing with the decoupage is like I wouldn't be able to like write directly on the surface with the decoupage because it's going to be a little bit slick, but that's okay because I think I have a solution to that. We're going to try it. I'm going to try my solution. You'll see what it is in a few moments because I'm almost done with this. How do you all like the way the page is coming out so far? I like it. I like it a lot. But anyway, back to the shop. So I started putting things in the shop, and you know, when you first start doing your shops, your Etsy shop, and you don't get like a lot of action on this stuff, you want to quit and stuff. So that's another resolution that I had for myself, is that I'm not going to give up so quickly on things. So I'm going to stick with it for a while, and I am getting some sales on it, and I really love it. I love sharing the things that I have on there. So she's going to stick with it. All right, so I am basically about done with this. Let me turn this way. I'm trying to cover up all the little white spots because I'm sure they'll be rearing their little ugly heads through here at the end, which is okay. So now that has like a really nice backdrop, and yep, that looks kind of cray. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the decoupage and I'm just gonna go in one direction, because even though this is like a matte finish on this decoupage, you'll still be able to see the streaks from this once it dries. So when you put it on, you want to put it on, I always say make it kind of like cloudy, but not cloudy, but overcast and not cloudy. And that works best for me. So this page that I used was a heavier page. Like I said, it came from a mixed media book. So I didn't have to prepare the surface or anything, because I think it still would have been okay. It's the way that I'm doing this, even if it was just like a regular book. Okay. Anywho. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to dry this. And I have my handy dandy dry gun, which I keep saying I'm going to do some favorites for my favorite things type of thing. And this is one of my favorite things because I'm kind of an impatient kind of person. When it comes to this, I want like instant gratification. Instant gratification on this. So you'll see as I'm using this, and this is going to take a minute or two, since this is not time-lapsed like I usually do my videos, but you'll start seeing that it's going to turn clear, because not gesso, but the decoupage will turn clear. While I'm talking about that, let me close this up. And also with the heat gun, you don't want to get too close, so that's a tip, because if you get too close, your decoupage will start bubbling up, and we don't want it to bubble up. And if it does bubble up, you still have an opportunity to kind of flatten it down. And sometimes once it cools off, it'll kind of flatten by itself. So it does have some rough edges around here. I'm thinking about leaving those the way that they are. I may just cut those off. So I can already see from my vantage point, I can see that it's starting to get clear. So it's going to have like a nice shiny surface. And technically, I could leave this page the way that it is and just use it as a backdrop. But since you all are on with me, I'll probably do just a little bit more than that. I like this. And this is just a magazine page as well. Love, love, love using magazine pages. Yeah, no gesso if a primer. Yeah. I like the, I use the gesso as a primer when I'm doing like some painting techniques. Y'all see how that got clear? It's still kind of sticky though, so I'm still going to have to go at it for a while, because this was a pretty thick layer of the decoupage, so I want to make sure it's kind of dry before I start working with it, or close the book up, because if you close the book up, the pages are going to stick together. And I got like a lot of gesso down in this crack, which is my bad. So I'm probably going to have some sticking issues anyway. But what I could do is I could put like some wax paper in between the pages also, and that'll help. Yeah, Mod Podge serves like glue, and this is the same thing as the Mod Podge, it's decoupage. And that's why I used it, because it's a less expensive option to putting things down, and then it has like a nice coat on the top. So it's beginning to be unsticky, and that's how you know when it's kind of dry. But like I said, I have a lot in this crack. I put too much in this crack here. So I want this to kind of, oops, have something stuck to my finger. See that? I must have had a little bubble there. So even if things look like they're messed up, they're really not, because there's no messes when you are crafting. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next step here. Thank y'all for staying with me while I actually do this. Okay, so it's still like a little sticky. So, and you can see, well, you know what, this had like some Tim Holtz stuff on, the Tim Holtz ink on here, and it got on the back of this paper, but that's okay too, because like I said, there's no mistakes. All right, so the next thing I think that I'm gonna do something really crazy. I'm gonna do something really crazy here because I like this effect, and I'm pulling out my box that I have my paints in. I wasn't gonna do paints, but I changed my mind. I got some Dilutions paint, and that's black. And let's see, I'm gonna take the white out also. I think I'm just gonna use the black though. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, I have an idea, y'all. Another idea. So I'm gonna use this black Dilutions paint, and you only need a little bit of it. You can see it's very liquid. I don't want to spill it. It's very liquid, and it dries really fast, but I like it because you can write on top of it. So I'm going to hold on. I'm getting my tools out. Oh. I'm going to use this, and this is by Ranger, and I forgot what these are called too, so Vanessa, you can help me out. Right here, and oops. Let's see. And what are you guys talking about on here? Oh, Architect asked if she was going to do like some old furniture because you use that same technique. I don't know. I don't see why not, actually. You will be using a lot of Mod Podge though. Okay, so you can see it. That's on there kind of a little bit crappy, but that's okay because you don't need a lot of this. And I'm actually going to, you can see like the coverage that you get. Look at that. This stuff goes on so smooth and it dries fast, like I said. So I don't want to leave the lid open too much. So yep, I'm covering up some of that because I just wanted to use that as a border. And I always say, us crafters, it always looks like we're messing stuff up until you get to the end. And I did this so I can write on this, because this actually acts as a really good medium so that you can write on things. So I'm going to attempt to put on a fair amount of this. I'm going to actually put on 2 coats of this. I may not need to. Let me just close this up for the moment. I'm going to use my heat gun. And you can see it's drying because it's not all shiny. It's going to go matte as well. So I kind of like the matte finish. And you know something else that I like about the junk journals? And I just like handling them and turning the pages and things like that. Because everything you put in it adds like a heaviness to it. I don't know what it is, but I like the heaviness. So Architect said, I bet you could get creative with it. I saw the exact same furniture on an upper. I saw the exact same furniture on a fixture upper, and she painted it white and then distressed it. Alright, we still got a few little wet spots. I'm going to make sure it's dry completely before I put a second coat on here. And Vanessa says I could use white chalk paint. Yep, I could do that too. Yeah, this is black. That's why it's dark. It's black paint. But one thing I like is you can still see like the cracks of the paper. So technically I could have used some paper that I really didn't care about because I was going to cover it. But I didn't know I was going to cover it up. But I still like it anyway. Okay. So, see, it dries like really fast. So I'm going to put another coat on here. Ooh. Got my wet towel just in case. And I'm just taking it out of the top because like you can see how much paint I got out of the top before. And that way, I'm just putting like another light coat on here. And then I can write on it. Ta-ta. And like I said, things look a little messy until you get to the end, so bear with me. I'm gonna try not to be on here for like forever. Alright, I'm gonna close that up. Ooh, I gotta watch out. I'm about to put paint on my face. Alright, and then let me dry this real quick. And then now, if you know how to do like the fancy writing and stuff, this is like a really this is a really good background for that. I don't know any fancy writing or anything. I actually have a creative writing book that I haven't used yet, and I've had it for months and months and months. I love the book, and it shows you how to do creative writing, but you have to practice to make that stuff look good, and I just haven't had the time to do it. So while I'm drying, if you're just coming on, I just wanted to say thank you. We're just doing a little bit of junk journaling. And while we're junk journaling, look at the mugs. Let me see if I'm multitasking now. Look. Love, peace, and hair grease. Isn't that lovely? I love those mugs. Have a fantabulous day. And enjoy life. Thank you, Vanessa. That's right. Give this video a thumbs up if you're enjoying. Okay. So let's see. So our mixed media project here in our junk is junk journaling and mixed media because I have a lot more stuff I'm going to put in here. All right. So now what I could do is still could dry. It's still warm, so once it cools off, it'll be more dry. I actually cut this little bear out from a magazine again. Let's see what else I have over here. I don't want to use that. Nope, don't want to use that journaling card. I could use this journaling card if I wanted to. No, I don't think so. I don't want to use that. Oh, look. This kind of goes with the colors that are down here at the bottom. It's a butterfly. So this might get used. I have this page from a kid's book, but I don't know how I could use this in here. You can see I have no rhyme or reason. I have no plans. No plans for this video. Let's see. I don't know what to do next. I think... Okay, hold on one second, y'all. Hold on one second. Let's see. I'm coming back. Hold on. She's coming back. All right. Okay. I have some die cuts here that I have in the shop as well. I have some hearts, and I brought the hearts over, and also some butterflies. Just some butterflies. So let's try to use, oops, sorry. Let's try to use some of these in here. And I love these hearts. I have like different types of shapes available. And since I'm a junk journal user, I like using the stuff that I make, of course. And I love these hearts because Valentine's Day is coming up. What are y'all gonna do for Valentine's Day? Okay, I'm gonna, let's see. Let me just take this little doohickey off of here. Taking this off because I'm not gonna use it anymore. And I just messed my nails all up. Look at that. I just did my nails too. That's why you should have like a wet rag on you. Try to get these out. Oh, you have a new book that uses dangles. Ooh, I would love to see that. Do you have an Instagram account or something like that so we can see Harkitect? So we can see what kind of stuff you have going on. Okay, I'm just trying to get this off my fingers because I know once it dries, it's a wrap. Okay, I got most of it off. I also have quite a few butterflies. Well, that's what I want to do. Let's move this out the way. And I'm gonna cut off this excess on here. She doesn't need that. Let me turn this way. Cut the excess. See how that kind of transferred off of my paper? That wasn't on purpose, but I'll probably end up covering that up whenever I use the back of this page. Anyway, so I think it's going to be all good in the hood. Oh, baby wipes. I do have some baby wipes, but since I had the I already had my wet rag next to me, I use that instead because, you know, baby wipes can. It's like, it seems like the more baby wipes you have, the more baby wipes you use. I got some, but I'm hoarding them a little bit for my emergency spills or wipes when I don't have the wet rag available. And I just kind of use like a rag that I'm not going to use for anything else. Alright, so that came out nicely. So even just cutting off the excess, that gives the page has like a different look already. There we go, it has like a neater kind of feel to it. Okay, so now back to the hearts because I really like the way the hearts look on this page. So I'm trying to figure out how I want to put it down. Oh yeah, what happened to the screen? Ooh, I don't know. Is this working right? Wait, hold on, y'all. I don't know what happened here. Hold up. Let's see if that comes back up. Oh, can you say technical difficulties? Uh-oh. I don't know what's going on. Looks like there's something blocking the camera. No, there's nothing in front of the camera. The screen just changed, you all. I've never had that happen to me before. I can see what you all are seeing also, but I don't know why it's doing that. Oh. Let me see. It's a doodle book similar to handwriting. I think I'm gonna have to start this stream over again because there's something a little wacky going on, and I'm not exactly sure what it is. Ooh. Okay. I hope you all can come back on because I've never seen it do this before, and I don't know why it's doing it. So I'm gonna have to go off and oh no. Oh Lord. This kind of freaking me out a little bit. to fix it. Hold tight for a second. Well, let me see. I don't know what's going on. Output. Error updating. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to close this down, and I'm going to come right back up, y'all, and hopefully it'll come back up. No, you know, I have two cameras, so it's something else going on. I'm not sure, so I will come right back up. So I'm sorry about that, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and cut this one and get another one going.